Aries, welcome to February 2021. I hope you guys are doing great. Sorry about the delay. Here we go. Let's get into it. Marcel, stop scratching up the rug. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you guys moving forward here, okay? Show me energy for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aries, February 2021. Aries. Aries. Two more. All right, Aries. So the heart of the matter, the situation here, we have justice. So this is basically making right on what has been wrong. This is receiving outcomes to situations that may have gone unfairly in your life, in your situations. You could also be dealing with a Libra person. This is weighing up also different potentials for things to make the right decision. Okay, so either way, it's creating some sort of shift and change here. It either could be through honesty, it also can be cutting something out. Let's see what the obstacle is. So you have the Four of Swords here. So this is rest, relaxation. It's finding mental space after a time of mental unease. If you are having difficulty cutting a person out due to a lack of knowing what to do, it may be time to pull yourself back a little bit more to have a clearer view on what's happening here before you either speak your truth. It feels like this is coming from the perspective of somebody needing to do something, whether this is communicating with another person, whether it is cutting things out of your life, whatever it may be, bringing justice to a situation. The obstacle seems to be getting a different perspective on it, having time to recuperate from something to move forward. This could also be gathering your strength to move forward in a new direction, okay? At the root of the reading, you have the Death card here. So Scorpionic energy. This is endings, transformations, basically things shifting into whomever this is, you could be receiving information. I feel like you're either making a decision or communicating to somebody here, Aries. It may be a situation that is already dead and gone. It may be a situation that is needing to be transformed so we can have a positive outcome in it. I'm going to pull the underneath card here just to give us a little bit of guiding advice here. So Seven of Swords. Okay, so let's put that over here then. With that Seven of Swords being at the bottom of the deck, it almost feels like somebody here has done something pretty shitty. It could have dealt with legalities being involved. This could also be legalities causing a person to be, time out, having them time out. So whatever that may mean. Recent past, you have the Ace of Cups. This is in regard to connections, emotions, love. This may have been a situation that's already dissolved. I feel like somebody needs to communicate something here, but they've kind of taken themselves away from the situation. We'll clarify things. Moving forward, we have the Empress. So present energy is Empress energy, which is good just because the Empress... Here, let me lower this down for you guys so you can not have the Empress's head cut off. The Empress is talking about really spending your time doing things for yourself, feeling good about yourself, nurturing your energy, nurturing your family, being close and connected to the people that are most important in your life here. It can also talk about somebody viewing you in a very positive light. You shine your radiance as well. But overall, with the Empress, it's interesting just because it's like through this adversity, either you or somebody that you're dealing with has come to a new understanding of themselves and their own personal power. It's kind of a nice trade-off for maybe what's happened here, okay? Future energy upcoming, you have the Three of Pentacles. So if somebody is to reach out, if there is to be communication on your end to make something right, to communicate something in a more positive way, here we have a card of joined efforts, goals being committed to by others, working in tandem with each other, working on situations that are cohesive, being on the same page with people. This could deal with work. This can also deal with relationships. Again, there may be some healing that has to happen after some sort of truth is given. Your energy, here we have the Eight of Wands. So this is kind of what I'm talking about, Aries. I feel like you need to communicate something. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be a bad person and that you've, you know, fucked over somebody or really hurt somebody. It could be. I mean, I have the Seven of Swords here at the bottom energy of this deck, which, you know, it's not the most, it's pretty bad energy actually, but sometimes it can talk about somebody in the lighter form. It can talk about somebody who removes themselves from situations because they know that they work better on their own. This could also mean removing yourself from a situation because you know it is not the right time to communicate. It is not the right time to venture into something. It's almost as if we have to collect ourselves first. But here, where your energy is at, Aries, it's like we have the Eight of Wands. So communication, forward thinking, getting your ducks in a row to make something happen. It's pre-planning energy. It can be positive, but it brings change, it brings shift. It's just depending upon how ready you are to commit to that communication. What's coming towards you? You have the Page of Swords. So it could be an air sign energy. You have air energy here, here, here. You know, the Page of Swords is often somebody regarding communication. It can be immature communication coming toward you. It can also be a child or a younger person, air sign energy person. But it usually can talk about somebody who is watching a situation, monitoring a situation, gathering information from a situation to make a better judgment on it, to have more information on something, to communicate themselves better to someone. Now, if that's happening here, you may be watching somebody planning to communicate. I can't remember, actually, I'm terrible with this, if we're in a retrograde or not right now, but sometimes retrogrades can, depending upon which planets are aspecting it, it can create communication, you know, so like Mercury, stuff like that, communication can be more heightened, so it can give more nudge to that to come through, especially also if like Venus is aspected too. It's like there's some you warm things up. It's like a warming of the heart a bit. It helps communication go through. I'm not an astrologer. I don't know exactly where these planetary transits are right now, but you know, check where your Venus is, you know, check where your Mercury is. Like what is this about for you as far as like communication, opening yourself up, making yourself available to go over potentially hard topics, okay? Hopes and fears, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So if this is a situation regarding a person that's been a long-standing connection in your life, family member, friend, you know, it could be also a lover, potential lover here, husband-wife energy. The Ten of Pentacles is often going to tell us that there's an abundance between us. There is that longevity that can last between us. If you've experienced a relationship for 5 to 10 years, oftentimes those energies are going to be people that are going to be in your life considerably for the rest of your life, oftentimes. You can also talk about coming into money or working very, very diligently so you accumulate money. This is very positive in that regard. Also, though, too, with this energy, it can talk about tradition. It can talk about family values, things that are kind of like set in stone in regard to that. You know, this can also be mother energy as well. Some of you may be dealing with an ailing mother who is needing to, you know, there may be a surgical procedure here, or a mother has gone through a surgical procedure. I'm getting that for some people, but not everybody, okay? Outcome, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So no matter what you're doing, you are working very diligently. There's a lot of effort being put into whatever this is. It could be effort into recuperation. It could also be just starting to feel better about yourself to open up with somebody here and do the work. Okay? So let's go ahead and clarify this energy here. These are upright. Okay. Show me justice, please, for Aries. So we again have the Four of Swords here, Aries. The obstacle, Four of Swords. So needing to heal, needing time, needing to regroup, putting up a barrier just for yourself so that you can have a time and period of healing. Okay. Show me the Four of Swords for Aries. So you have the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Three of Wands here. So discernment, inner knowledge, this is basically keeping things to yourself. Also, too, if you are communicating with somebody, I feel like this is the opportunity to really go deep within. It feels like you've learned a lot about yourself through this experience, through this connection here that may be severed for now, but it feels like something may be moving towards a communication, reconciliation. And I want to say, too, reconciliation does not always mean that you're going to be in a relationship again, okay? Reconciliation can be, shit, I'm sorry, I really fucked up. Can we move past this? What can I do to heal this? How can I change this to shift it in a better way? You know, reconciliation can also be getting done here. I just want to say it like this too, because I see it like this for some people. Getting very, very clear in regard to how you choose to view things, how you choose to let them affect you. And, you know, basically keeping it to yourself. It's a spiritual awakening. You keep these things to yourself, you know, in regard to, oh my God, how did that go away from me right now? Hang on, I've got like two different things coming in. It's like you have a new understanding, a new set of understanding or knowledge in regard to yourself and the situation. It's a spiritual growth, it's a growth, but what it does is it requires you to be honest in how you communicate. It requires you to basically, what you've kept inside, it comes through, it feels. Here you have the Three of Wands, so this is basically moving towards what you've put out already, okay? Getting what you've put out already. This is also a patience game as well. Feels like there's been a lot of patience here, or somebody's had to have a lot of patience. Here we have the Hermit card at the bottom of the deck, so this is more about withdrawing. It feels like somebody's been removed for a while, okay? And there's some sort of like quiet communication bubbling beneath the surface here. There's some sort of expression wanting to come through, and it feels like it's been wanting to come through for a while for both parties, or it could just be yourself if you're not involved with the person. Oh my God. Show me the Death card for Aries. So Queen of Cups. You guys always have the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So, the Queen of Cups is about compassion, nurturing, being very kind-hearted towards others, wanting to heal situations. She's more so apt to nurture a reconciliation into existence. This one is about fair energy, true energy, honesty being given. You know, what is that? You know, fairness. And I feel like whomever this is for, if you are the one doing the communicating, it doesn't feel like the communication comes from some sort of negative energy. It feels like it comes from a place of knowing oneself better, understanding, analyzing, scrutinizing oneself a bit more so they have a better way to communicate. It's like they've kind of resolved certain issues within themselves and gotten a bit more real with themselves. If you're dealing with a water sign, it feels like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio heavily, you know, prominently placed here. But if it feels like you are dealing with somebody of that nature, it's almost as if we're worried that the energy is either changed or shifted. And it's important to say here that if the goal is to communicate with a person, then it may not matter if things are still out of balance. The point is to just do it, to make the effort to come through here, to be available to that kind of change, just because the intention, it almost feels like, is to have this go smoothly. But we're in our head about it. We're emotionally imbalanced about it. It feels, it's worrisome. Show me the Ace of Cups in the past. So you have the Star. And the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So interesting enough energy. If you were dealing with a person, or a situation in your life, it's almost as if like you had the opportunity at that time in the past, but somehow we didn't pay attention to it. We may have gone away on our own, did our own thing. We may have also, if it's a relationship situation where people were dating possibly, it may have been like the grass is always greener on the other side type of energy. It's like, you're brought together for a very specific reason to have engagement. When I say engagement, I don't mean stick a ring on it. When I'm saying engagement, to engage yourself with a person, it's an engaging conversation, it's an engaging experience, an engaging relationship. I'm not talking about sticking a ring on it, okay? With the Star energy and the Ace of Cups, this can also talk about a lot of healing, and so if you're dealing with somebody that has this energy, you or somebody may have been like a tonic to you or the other person, feeling very good. It's almost as if they like kind of bring out an aspect of healing that is very nurturing and open, but through whatever reason, something happened where we shut it off. It may be somebody that has a difficulty trusting the path that they're on. It may also be somebody that has a difficulty feeling emotion and true connection here. So it's like their immediate reaction when things got too real is to cut it off. And I feel that through time and through a lot of internal exploration and understanding of the self, we've come to a position here where we are willing to communicate. The Queen of Swords is always willing to listen to the truth, but sometimes she has to speak the truth, okay? I want to say that. Oftentimes I feel this as a card where you want to receive the truth, but for some reason in your reading here, Aries, I feel that you either want to communicate the truth, but here with the Queen of Swords, she is well balanced, she's fair. Queens are reciprocal, they're fair, they're well balanced, they are receptive energies oftentimes. If they're in reverse, it's a different story, but that's the situation I'm feeling. Okay. Show me the Empress here for Aries. Okay. So you have the Four of Pentacles for the Empress. Okay, so there we go. So with a person, if you're dealing with a person, there may be a situation here, Aries, where the communication styles have drifted apart. We've now have somebody very, very focused on the energy that's happened in the past. It may have been a lot for them to deal with. It may be something that they were not prepared to deal with and took them by surprise. And they may be holding grudges, okay? This is Taurian energy. Tauruses can hold a grudge like a motherfucker. So can Scorpio, Cancer, a lot of people. Doesn't matter, you got Cancer presented here. If this person, they're using their judgment basically to ward you off. I want to say too, at the bottom of the deck for that, you have the the Page of Cups here. So with that, it tells me that there is the desire to extend and communicate toward a new beginning here. Okay, to put effort into something and communicate, because there is energy of love. There is a connection here that maybe we didn't see in the past or didn't understand, and now we have the opportunity to express it. But first we have to balance things out with, guess who? The Empress. So there's a lot of kind of picking up the pieces to do in this situation, Aries. And it feels like you have somebody who's very guarded about that. It could be you, it could be somebody that you're dealing with. For some reason, I feel like I need to read this from the perspective of Aries making amends. And if that is the opposite, this is a general reading. So these readings can go either way. If it fits you, it fits you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay? So moving in towards the future, show me the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so now we have this Page of Cups coming up again. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. So it feels like there is the opportunity for change, for transition, for positivity. You have the Ten of Pentacles coming here twice. So this could be a relationship that you've been incorporated in for a long time, somebody that you've been around, family, friend, lover, whatever it is. There is an established connection here. And it feels like this opportunity can create more, and moving forward, we're willing to work on things with each other, but you're still going to be dealing with somebody who's a bit guarded, a bit, okay, so the word fractious came up. Fractious, I don't know if you're familiar with a fractious cat. It's a cat that, like say a stray cat that doesn't like people and will attack you. Fractious cat type of energy. They're very on guard. They're very, they're concerned about their well-being. The Seven of Wands is also talking about getting a new perspective in regard to a situation, so we can kind of diffuse some of that energy so it's not so pointed and harsh and aggressive, okay? But either way, moving forward here in the future energy, it feels positive, Aries. It feels like you're on the way to something really healthy here once we fix this. But again, through a lot of personal examination. And if this hasn't happened yet, then this is the whole point of this reading. You need to do a lot of personal examination here and know why you do the things you do. Why do you cut people off? Where is the deeper root meaning if, you know, you were connected to somebody in the past, but due to whatever connection you had to your childhood or relationship information that you've received in your life, there's a fear to access it. There's a fear to step into it, because here with the Star, that energy is talking about guiding you towards a situation of love, guiding you towards an energy where you can be connected with a person. And it's almost like giving you that gift on a silver platter and you pooping on it, like, or somebody shitting on it. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like here with this energy. You know, I feel like there's regret because we didn't recognize something here. Yeah, and for this energy too, here with the Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Page of Cups, new opportunity to extend the olive branch, and we're doing it. We've got the Eight of Wands right here now. So again, highlighting here, and it's coming from where you're at inside of yourself, the desire to communicate, the desire to set something forward. Show me the Eight of Wands for Aries. Okay. So you have the Emperor. It's your card, Aries. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. So with this energy, this is a boss energy. It could be a boss, but it also is somebody that is very decisive in the way that they plan their actions. Somebody who is very much about their own world. The Emperor creates his own empire, okay? So with this, I want to say there's a stubborn aspect about this. It is your card, though. Upright, this card is definitely diligent. They strategize. They are very clear in the way that they go about things. I want to say this to err on the side of caution. If you have a history of this type of energy, whether this be cheating, lying, stealing, or just, you know, removing yourself from situations and ghosting people, I would definitely say that stubbornness may be something that you need to pay attention to. It's important that it doesn't, it's important that the stubbornness kind of be quelled in your communication here with this Eight of Cups, just because it feels like there's some aspect here of, I don't want to say coming off as pompous or coming off as detached, but be careful about coming off as detached and like, how do I say that? Okay, so what's showing to me right now is if you want to Google looking up how to say sorry, what is an apology? What is not an apology? So like a little example, like instead of saying, well, I'm sorry you didn't understand where I was coming from, or, you know, it's a shame that you took this personally, you know, that's not an apology. That's somebody who is afraid to speak truly. That's somebody who is afraid to own up to what they've done, you know. Say sorry, communicate, be honest, you know. Either way, it has the potential to move forward in a good way. It's something potentially stable, but again, just be careful about power struggles, okay? Because you have a delicate situation here and the opportunity to connect or reconnect to somebody that is a healing force in your life that you may have overlooked. Show me Page of Swords for Aries. So you have the Knight of Wands and the Magician here coming through Aries. This is all about starting new things, creation. It's about being excited. There's a lot of lusty energy involved with that. There's also a lot of happiness and engaging conversation that's involved with this as well. With the Knight of Wands, though, I do want to say, whatever you tell this person, they are very, very mindful of the meaning behind it, okay? They're kind of like watching for things to fall through the cracks, if so to speak, okay? This person will monitor your behavior. So be careful about how grandiose you come off. Be careful about how forceful you are. You guys are Mars creatures. You're all about force and direction, but sometimes you bang the door down when you could have knocked, you know. With this too, the Knight of Wands, it's very excitable energy, it's very sexual energy, but it's also somebody that is in and out. All knights are, but the Knight of Wands is very much bam bam. So if you are conveying something about longevity, about love, about being a constant aspect in this person's life, back it up with truth, back it up with your actions, just because this can come off as like the Magician and the Knight of Wands can be almost like boasting about ourselves here with the Emperor, being very prideful in ourselves or the way that we're coming off. But when things progress, it's almost as if like there's emotional imbalance, or there's it can be, how do you say, things don't match up to what is said. So make sure that things match up to what you're saying, otherwise you're just kind of coming off as a pompous prick. Make sure you can deliver what you communicate. Show me the Ten of Pentacles. So you have the Ten of Wands at the Ten of Pentacles here, and Strength at the bottom of the deck. So with this energy, this situation, likely something that has happened over a long period of time, it's something now where we can let this go so we can move forward towards a new beginning. We can reestablish a connection. Again, this does not have to be a love relationship, romantic relationship. It can be a relationship upon friendship, mother-father energy, husband-wife energy. Okay, you do have a suit here, a couple, or a coupling match. So either way, it's almost as if you're like destined to be in each other's lives here. Page of Pentacles popping out here too. Did that pop out for this? Here's a new opportunity in regard to moving forward. It's reestablishing things. Oftentimes when the Emperor is in pursuit of a mate, you'll get like queens and, you know, pages and knights and stuff like that. And oftentimes there's going to be some sort of overall connection, but generally the energy between them is more like this. It's something that doesn't last. It's an exciting moment for what it is, but it doesn't last. This also could be somebody that was very intent on watching another person grow financially as well. I really hate to say that. Like, you match the money, or you have to be in a certain spot in your life before I give you attention. It's like paying attention to monetary stuff only, and so the value of the human being is now deduced to, or reduced to, a monetary meaning. It's almost as if, like, you know, their value is based upon their pocketbook. And that's really unfair. That's really unfair behavior. So if something like that was afoot in any of your experience, pull that back. Pull that back, because we have two Ten of Pentacles. We have, it's fine. It'll be fine, I feel. It's just a matter of like letting go of ego here. Here with this Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, though, we have the opportunity to reestablish. You know, it may be burdensome. It may be something that you have to dedicate yourself to. You know, learn more about your partner, learn more about whatever is contextually relevant to your situation, but the opportunity is there. Okay, and with the Eight of Pentacles here at the outcome, it's almost as if like a willing burden is carried. You know, sometimes with people, they work a lot to attain what they want, but sometimes we work a lot and a lot and a lot, and it just creates more work. It just creates more responsibility to certain things. And in certain ways that can actually, I'm speaking for the Empress in a weird way, that can be the payoff. It's almost as if like that is the payoff, this nurturing aspect, this beautiful aspect. Like it may not come back monetarily, but you also don't need to discredit how it comes back for that person. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes the actions, like say you have somebody that dedicates themselves to a homeless shelter, or like working with children or working with wounded animals or something, it's not going to pay back a lot. It's not going to, you know, sometimes they might even have to spend more money and then they're receiving from it, and they take time and they dedicate their years to this situation. And it, on the outside, it doesn't seem like it pans out at all. But there's a gift for them. There's something about expending their energy to the degree where it's giving back to them. It's a willing burden that we carry for the benefit of others. This is this energy here. And I feel whoever this is for, that kind of applied to them too, but they didn't recognize that. They thought it might be silly or something. I know that that's way off for a lot of people, but I'm seeing the Strength card here, which is somebody who perseveres, who has a vision, you know, and maybe the outcome doesn't align with, you know, the the monetary requirements of the emperor, so they cast this person aside thinking what they do is bullshit or stupid or a waste of time because it's not producing tons of money. This is a very money-oriented energy, very business-like. But again, who's to say that the payoff isn't something internal for this person? Who's to say that the payoff isn't a smile or a connection that this person creates? They help other people expand. They help other people heal and see aspects of their life. They help other people feel better. They heal them. It's a very different energy. I know I'm segueing, but if you're seeing aspects of this in your own life in different areas, it may be something to listen to. Show me the Eight of Pentacles here as the outcome for Aries. Your card just dropped. Hang on. So you have the Queen of Wands, bottom of the deck, the King of Swords, King of Wands under that you have the Two of Cups. Okay, so a lot of people here. You may be dealing with a lot of people, but what I'm seeing this as is a pair. Okay, I'm seeing pairs here. Okay, so King and Queen of Swords, communication, thoughts being now on a cohesive plane, being available to one another, speaking clearly with one another, being able to communicate what it is and being on the same page. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, a meeting of the minds, a meeting of the energy, a meeting of duty, a meeting of sexual connection. This is a lot of very, very prosperous energy. It's something where we can build a lot together and we can feel re-energized together. And what happens with that? Look at this, you guys. Two of Cups, the Temperance card. We have to balance things out here. So whomever is here and you want this connection to move forward, you must do the work as far as communicating. This is not about shutting off or being quiet. You know, if you want something, go after it. This is the King of Wands. He goes after it. Okay, you have a lot of work to do. But it looks good. It looks good. It's just a matter of connecting and reconnecting and reestablishing and really allowing people to shine in their own ways versus trying to put somebody in a box and make them, you know, impress upon them what they do is not valuable because it doesn't equate to your own, how do you say, like value system, you know? So I'm gonna, I didn't even shuffle these, but this is on the bottom of the deck and it's just sitting here, okay? Reconciliation, which this whole reading feels like a reconciliation type energy. But yeah, it feels like there's a potential here for some really good things. Empress, Emperor, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, couple, you know, not a bad thing, okay? And it also can involve community as well, so be conscious of that. Make what you can with it, do the best you can, and be honest in where you are lacking. Be honest in your shortcomings in regard to excessive judgment of others, just because it feels like you're given a gift and you may be given that gift twice, so don't fuck it up. All right, love you guys. Bye.